I'm Access WDUN's Lawson Smith, and today we're taking a tour of Daydream Rescue Sanctuary in Gainesville, a local nonprofit that works to rescue animals that have been abandoned and abused. When Deborah Andrews first purchased her 52-acre farm on Roy Parks Road in Gainesville 6 years ago, it was essentially all land with one fence. Now the farm has been transformed into the Daydream Rescue Sanctuary, home to 68 previously abused or abandoned farm animals. Andrews says the sanctuary mostly cares for elderly and sick animals.
Yeah, so that takes a lot of patience, which I never knew I really had. So when you have someone or an animal, I refer to them like people because I'm around them so much. You spend a lot of time with them. You have to sit with them. You do a lot of talking with them. And you just really, really have to be patient. Kind of like Hershey here. It took us 5 hours to catch him. He busted out of a farm and he was just really scared. And once they come to the farm here, and Hershey's the donkey, I didn't make that clear. And he's now the seeing eye donkey for Elsie, who just had her eye taken out, one eye removed. So when we get other animals, we leave them in a stall or a smaller paddock area, and we just spend a lot of quality time with them and developing that trust. And sometimes we don't get complete trust, but we get enough to help them come out of their shell.
Besides nursing animals, Andrews says Daydream has another mission to aid adults with disabilities.
We get volunteers that come with their adult children, and we work with them here. We start with small responsibilities. We've also hooked up with Hall County Schools. We did that for a couple of years. We're hoping to reconnect. And we just walk through in different levels of autism, and we work slowly, and they build up, and they get great confidence, and they work side by side with their parent. As after I go through some training, and it's really wonderful to see people grow, even regular adults that come out here, seeing their confidence, because we get people that volunteer that have never been around horses, cows, or anything, and seeing them develop.
The sanctuary also focuses on educating the community on the importance of local agriculture. While Andrews says she's incredibly proud of the nonprofit's efforts, the farm faces several challenges as it currently is at maximum capacity.
Over the last few years, we've had very little monthly funding. We really need to work harder because I'm running this on my retirement, and I can no longer do that. So we do have a GoFundMe that we started, and that will help us get through at least the next year because I also have to go through cancer surgery. So we need to stock up on hay, feed, medicine, and the daily things we need. A constant fence fixing. That's a daily thing. And we currently have 3 broke down ATVs, and as you see, it's a very big farm. It's 52 acres. So we're kind of surviving with a borrowed ATV. So we need to get them fixed. But the daily feed and the funding. So a typical month is $3,500 to run this place, and this is not in winter. In winter, it's probably $4,500 a month. And I can really pinch a penny because 68 animals on that amount of money is pretty good, I think. So we do have it set up so hopefully we can get a year's worth so I won't have to worry. I can recover from my cancer and get things moving without stressing, because if they get hungry, I will get out of bed, and if no one's here, I will take care of things. So please use our GoFundMe page, and I really appreciate that. It'll keep us going with the community as well.
Some of Daydream's biggest cost associations include not only maintaining the animals' quality of life, but also their safety on the property.
It's a day-to-day thing. We can't put a pause button on this. So every day, the feeding, the medications, but also we have to check the fences. When it comes to especially cows, fencing is just a suggestion. So we have to make sure the electric fences are working, nothing's broken. Sometimes the wildlife will jump the fence and tear it. No fault to the deer. And cleaning, got to keep things sanitary, because if it's not sanitary, disease comes in. So it's just constant. And some of our animals, they do get lunch because of their age. We're proud to say we have a 36-year-old, a 34-year-old, quite a few in the 30s are horses. We have a couple of ruminants that are way over the hill. I'm excited to say, actually, one pig, one goat, one sheep. They're all three are about 18 now. So yeah, every day's a blessing when they're really over the hill, and we just make sure they're hanging in there.
Andrews says while monetary donations are always needed, additional volunteers are also appreciated.
Reach out to us on our Facebook page, and we'll get back with you. We are looking for adults because it's a huge responsibility and it is a working farm. So over 18 is preferred. Yeah, and then like we've had people say they want their kids to come, but we'll do kid camps in the summer. But that would be really appreciative too.
As Andrews works to keep the sanctuary running, she reminds the community she sees an impact beyond the well-being of the animals.
This is not for me. I started this. I retired to do this. This is just a community project. I didn't need to do this. So it's all about community involvement and therapy because there's not enough of this going on with our city growing and changing. We need a peaceful farm. Kids need to see a different side of life besides computers and seeing the apartments in Gainesville. They need quiet. They need hands-on. They need to touch and feel animals, learn responsibility, and just have a different kind of healing from the inside out, both parents and children alike.
For Access WDUN, I'm Lawson Smith.